Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of VNDLPodcast.
Welcome back.
This is Vile Moon, as always, joined by the lovely Dex01.
Hello.
And today there has been a woo Steam alert!
Flashing lights and sirens, here it comes. Steam beefed it big time.
Oh boy, baby, did they. We're leading into this because we got so much other great stuff planned ahead. We're just gonna launch right into the bullshit.
This is the most recent thing that's happened, so...
The Steam Christmas debacle.
Yes.
Where, thanks to how they cache, web pages, only it was viewable. So basically when you went into your account, it would cache it on the web page, on like the Steam browser, and then someone else could like accidentally see that cached version of the page, but couldn't change anything, but they could see the last 4 digits of your credit card number, your PayPal address, your email address, name, just basically a bunch of private and valuable information to people.
Yeah.
And Valve has just gone like, it's no big problem, guys. Breaking news.
It is.
That's a big problem.
Fucking having your fucking shit just completely exposed to everybody on the internet.
Well, I mean, last 4 digits of a card is not a big thing, because they'd have to guess the rest of the numbers.
Or brute force it somehow, which I mean,
I guess
that would be difficult.
But, like, I think the more concerning thing for people was probably finding out, like, people's real names and shit, and also the email address, because your email address could have your real name in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, thankfully, in my case, I don't have my real name or in on my Steam profile, or in the email address I use for Steam. So they would not have found any of that shit out about me, because
when I said
a smart.
When I said the your real name, I meant like people who have their email addresses and their real names.
Sure.
It didn't show their actual names, unless you had like family sharing and you had it selected as like you had named this computer at your actual name or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that happened. Steam was down after an hour of the people going, hey, look what you can do. I tried to log into Steam while it was happening, and I had no idea what was going on, because I was at work. And then suddenly I get a tweet that's just like, hey, get off Steam, it's just a mess right now. And I'm like, oh, why is that? And then I just look at Steam and go, I sure as heck am not somebody from Germany.
Yeah, you sure as heck aren't that.
Yeah. But yeah, you could go into their like purchase history and look at all that shit, and it's kind of frightening.
That is kind of frightening.
Yes. To just have everything leaked onto the internet like that is, some people say it's just Steam, it's not a big deal. I think the big thing is that something like this shouldn't happen no matter what the service is.
Yeah.
There's meant to be a privacy block. If they break your privacy, they have to do something about it.
Which they did.
They
have fixed it, but it shouldn't have happened really.
It shouldn't have happened in the first place.
It's really, in terms of Steam, this is like the first time they fucked up in a big way, I think. Mm-hmm. If this had been like, let's say, the PlayStation Network, who beefed it big time that one time, if you remember, and people got people's like credit card numbers and all sorts.
Yeah.
If it was them, if it was a PlayStation Network, it would have been like, alright guys, what the fuck are you doing?
But the thing is, the PlayStation Network has been, like, they've been like, alright, impenetrable fortress mode.
Yeah.
Ever since then, but I mean, of course, it from what happened, it was a very innocuous, bug. If it was any other page, it would have been like, oh, not a big deal. But it just happened to be the account details pages that were being cached.
Yeah.
Like, you would go into the Steam market, and suddenly you're French-Canadian. Like, all of your languages would switch and stuff, and it was like...
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu! Sacre Dieu.
Sacre bleu.
But yeah, that's the only bit of news we have for this week. It's been a fairly relaxed week, besides Steam biting the big one again, big beef in it.
Yeah. But that's really it. In terms of big news, that's it.
Okay, now the alarms that have been going off this entire time, very softly in the background, are now stopping.
Yeah.
Edit that in.
No. Absolutely not.
I just have to push my luck and see what I can get away with.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with that one.
Okay. So Dex, what's next on the list?
What's next on the list? Well, of course, it's been the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh yes, Halloween.
Christmas.
Oh.
For us who celebrate the holiday of Christ's Mass.
Saint Nick.
Or just Santa. Yeah, Father Christmas, Saint Nick, whatever you like to call him.
Great Father Winter.
Is that really one of his names? Or did you just make that up?
No, that's, I really didn't expect you to call me out on that one. That's the name of Santa in World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw him like the other day. I don't know why I just didn't remember. So it's we're recording this. It's a couple days away from the new year. It's still just past Christmas, so we're gonna talk about what we got for Christmas because it makes sense.
Yes, exactly. Dex, you first.
All right. So I got Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the sequel to the reboot of Tomb Raider, which I enjoyed a lot. I got Just Cause 3, which funnily enough I bought for my dad, and he's enjoying it. It is infuriating to watch him play it, but he's enjoying it. And I got Halo 5. Those were all Xbox One games. So I've now got a few more Xbox One games. I've got more than 2 Xbox One games. It's great. I got Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I've played for about an hour. Half an hour was spent in the character creator, and the other half hour was just the prologue tutorial-y stuff. And it seems that's a good game. It seems like it's going to be a solid game. I didn't play the original Xenoblade. I'm sure people are going to yell at me for that, but it came out at a bad time.
There has been so many Xenoblades, though.
There's only been...
I thought it was a huge series.
Yeah, it's like the Xeno saga, and there have been other games with Xeno prefacing it, but this is only the second Xenoblade game. So there's only been one Xenoblade.
I can't wait for the Trump's new take on it called Xenophobia Chronicles.
Yeah, great. Yeah. No.
Topical joke.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, round of applause for you. But yeah, I didn't play the original because it came out at a bad time, and I didn't really know anything about it. And
but
now I know
say
a bit more about it.
You're really feeling it.
I am really feeling it.
Local man really feels it.
Local man really feel. So I got that. I got Shovel Knight on the Wii U, which I have played before. So it's a good excuse to play it again. And spoilers, it's a really fucking good game. Second time round, or actually maybe the fourth time round, because I played it 3 times when it came out. And I still haven't played the Plague Knight DLC, though I've heard people kind of say it's not great.
Yeah, it's more risk reward kind of gameplay.
So yeah, I got the Wii U version, and you best believe I'm gonna get that Shovel Knight amiibo so I can do co-op with somebody. somewhere.
Now you gotta find somebody to play Shovel Knight with you.
My sister is playing it at the moment, and she's enjoying it. I got it for her for the 3DS, and I think I also I don't think I bought it, but I think my parents bought it for the Wii U for my fiance. So someone's probably gonna play it with me. One of those two people. What else? I got the Spider-Gwen compilation, issues 0 to 5, which is good. Because I didn't.
I feel like we just talked about this.
We talked about this.
Week.
We talked about this on the last podcast. And which is good because I haven't read issue 5, and actually I haven't read issues 2, 3, or 4 because I read the story that was in the Edge of Spider-Verse 2 and the first issue. But I got
sounds like it's a real issue.
Yes. But I got the compilation book and it's all good. I got the third color Scott Pilgrim book, which I forgot they were bringing those out in color.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered, and I was like, "Hey, get me that for Christmas." And I've not started reading it yet, but I've already read all of Scott Pilgrim, and it's good stuff. Have you read Scott Pilgrim?
I saw the movie.
You saw the movie. That's as good as reading it. It's a solid movie.
It is, in fact, a good movie.
What else? I got a shitload of amiibos. Holy shit, I got a lot of amiibos. I got Chibi Robo Ziplash, which is I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it, but it is an odd game. It is definitely an odd game, and I realize I'm saying this about Chibi Robo, which is a series that starts with you being a 10 centimeter tall robot who goes around cleaning a house. But like it's a weird game because it's a solid platformer. It's just the way they make you pick levels. Like in your usual platformer, you go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 to level 4, and in this game, you finish level 1 and it brings up this roulette wheel, and you're like,
"Excuse me,
what?" And then you like spin the roulette wheel, and the number you land on is like the number of spaces you move around the map. So when I first got the roulette wheel, I landed on a 2, so I skipped over level 2 and went straight to level 3. Which is so weird. I found the best way around this, however. At the end of every single level, you can use your like plug, which is what you use to attack with in the game. You can use it to attack. Like there are these little UFOs that you can attack, and there's like a bronze one, a silver one, and a gold one. If you get that gold one, when it comes to the roulette wheel, you get like an assortment of numbers. But if you pick the bronze one, you mostly get number 1s, and then you can use coins that you get in the levels to just buy numbered panels. So if you hit the bronze UFO, you just get like a bunch of 1s, and then you just buy 2 number 1 panels, and it's all, you're only going to move 1 space. It's a roundabout way of doing it, but it works.
It's kind of stupid.
It's a weird, it's a weird mechanic, but like other than that, it's a good game, and I'm enjoying it. And also, with that came the Chibi Robo amiibo, who he is the best amiibo, and I'm looking at him right now, and he is the best amiibo. I love him. He's great. I got Chibi Robo and the accompanying amiibo. I also got Mabel, Tom Nook, and KK Slider from Animal Crossing as amiibos. Nice. Those amiibos, those Animal Crossing amiibos are the best. They're so good.
Really?
Yeah, they're amazing. I love them. They're adorable. They are great.
Would you say they're the greatest?
Yes.
Interesting.
I brought them to my fiance's house because her sister got the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival game.
Uh-huh.
And I brought them over so we could play that, and we lined so she my fiance's sister, she got a few of the Animal Crossing amiibos as well, and like together we have like all of them, and we line them all up together, and we're just looking at them like, these are all so adorable, god fucking damn it. And the Amiibo Festival game's not too bad either. It's like another strange game because it's kind of like a Mario Party without the mini games. You basically, like, the main thing of the game is like, well, the board game. There are mini games in it, but they're just not part of the board game. The main thing of the board game is that, like, you get turnips at the end of every round of the game. And, like, the turnip prices fluctuate from day to day in the game. And day to day, I mean, like, round to round. And, yeah, it causes chaos. Because everyone's like, shit, I've only got so many more days to sell all my turnips.
Sell, buy.
Basically, yeah, that's what it becomes. It's not a bad game. I had fun with it, but it is weird how you can only use the Wii U gamepad. So you can only use one controller, and in order to roll the dice, you have to tap the amiibo on the gamepad, and it's kind of strange.
That's how Mario Party 8 or 10? Is that the one?
Really? Mario Party 10 does that?
Mario Party 10, if you do the amiibo mode, every time you take a turn, you have to tap the amiibo.
Okay, but there is a non-amiibo mode, right?
There are non-amiibo modes, yes.
Okay. And Amiibo Festival doesn't have that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's exactly what they did, and it is very weird.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I just want to hit A, god damn.
Yeah, there's no pressing A to roll the dice in that game. I also got Ganon, and he's a pretty good amiibo. And I got a bonus amiibo. I've got so many of these fucking things. There's a bonus amiibo. For whatever reason, my fiance bought the Mewtwo amiibo, and she just had him, and I was like, are you gonna do anything with that? Like, one, why have you got that Mewtwo amiibo? And two, are you gonna do anything with it? And she was like, well, I just bought it because I thought it would be rare and I could sell it. And I'd be like, you can't, that's not really a thing here in the UK anymore. Amiibo rarity is not a thing that exists here anymore, really.
In America, they need to get their shit together.
I know, I'm sorry, but they've really sorted it out over here. If you want an amiibo, chances are you can walk into your local game. They're literally game stores here, are literally just called game in giant capital letters. And you can just fucking pick up pretty much whatever one that you want. And it's pretty good. So yeah, she didn't want it, so I was like, well, I'll take it. And now I've got Mewtwo, and Mewtwo's pretty good amiibo also. I've got so many amiibos. They're everywhere.
You're just giving them away.
I'm not giving them away, they're mine. Fuck you. They're mine.
Okay.
What else I get? I got a Link Figma to go with my Samus Figma and my Mario Figma.
Nice.
So they're all together here now on my desk. The gang is all here.
Dex is just explaining all of these different gifts he got, and I'm sitting here like patiently waiting my turn. Like,
I'm trying to think. I think that is like everything that I got. My fiance got me a really cool Shadow of the Colossus, like a traditional woodblock print style picture. It's not actually woodblock printed, but it's like it's just like it looks like it's been done that way. the guy who makes them actually works with a real woodblock printing workshop in Tokyo, and we have a few of the pictures that they've produced, and they are actually amazing. And they will last for like 200 years.
They will last 8,000 years.
They will last about 200 years.
Amazing.
So like if I pass down I've got one of Banjo and Kazooie. So if I pass that down to my potential kids that could exist, that could be a thing that's in my family for literally generations.
Oh my god. What's this barren bird looking thing? Well, let me tell you, Sonny. Back in my day, we didn't have nuts or bolts.
Grandpappy was really mad about this game one time, let me tell you.
Your fiance walks into the room halfway through. You tell it, "Are you telling that goddamn nuts and bolt story again, kids? You got him on the road now. God damn it!" I better go get his blood pressure medication.
Oh boy, I think that is actually everything that I got, pretty much. I might have missed a couple of things, but I think that is it.
Well, you want to hear what I got?
Yes.
I got an electric razor.
Is that it?
Yep.
You got an electric razor.
Yes. Some people gifted me some stuff on Steam, but other than that, I mean, like I
What
got
did you
Garfield
get on
Kart. I got Sakura Angels. War of the Human Tanks. Another Teddy Floppy Ear game. And that's it. Oh no, wait. Dice gave me Guilty Gear Zerd.
Oh,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, there's one light at the end of the tunnel.
You got Guilty Gear Zerd.
Which I had on my PS4 already. Slowly looks over to my PS4 and weeps.
Open the door. Get on the floor.
Get on the floor. Everybody better own a PS4.
Still no games on the PS4.
There's more games on the PS4 than there are for the fucking one. For the bone.
What games?
Well, there is Samurai Warriors 4, Samurai Warriors 4 2. There is, what is this game? Fucking Infamous Second Son. What is that goddamn series called?
Uncharted?
Yeah, the Uncharted games. There's the, no, there's a specific one. Of course, JoJo Eyes of Heaven.
Oh yeah, that's an exclusive.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it an exclusive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's also on the PS3, but...
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna buy it for the PS3? And then there's that Killzone. That's the other one.
Oh. I heard that wasn't very good.
I played it, it's alright.
Alright.
They have some other games, but I mean, like... Until Dawn, that's the other big one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Anyway. There are more games for the PS4 than there are for the Xbox One.
Oh, I have a fair few now.
Which is just Rare Replay.
It has Rare Replay. It has the Master Chief Collection. It has Sunset Overdrive.
Honestly, I'm not so hot on Sunset Overdrive. I think it looks like
it's okay. It's
really flashy, but it doesn't have any substance to the flash.
It's a little bit of that, yeah. It has Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider for like a few more weeks, I guess. That was an exclusive from like November until January. It was a timed exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Halo 5. And at some point, that Recall game by Keiji Inafune?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's getting games, but
it's getting there.
It's not. It's the PS4's got a few more.
Yeah, but we're still. How many? We're almost a year into it. Oh, also Bloodborne for PS4.
Yes, of course, Bloodborne. How could we forget Bloodborne?
How could I forget Bloodborne? Or The Last of Us Remastered.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Anyway. The Xbox One is a fucking mess. I will bring that to my grave. I'll be like, on my fucking gravestone, I'll be like, here lies Vile Moon. And then in parentheses, it's just gonna say, the Xbox One was a fucking mistake. I'm so upset with Microsoft.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
You're
what's
allowed
next?
to be.
What's next on the list?
What's next on the list? Top 10 games.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. How we're gonna do this?
Top
I'll
5.
say one, and then you say one, and then we'll go back and forth until we have 10.
What happens if we both got like the same game?
That won't happen.
Okay, sure.
You
All
first.
Right. Me first.
You first.
So there's the game that's in my fifth spot. So number 10. Number 10 for me is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Yeah.
All right.
It was higher at the top of the list nearer the beginning of the year, but as more games have come out, it's slowly slid down the list. Because as good, as hyped up for it as I was, as kind of a spiritual, not really a spiritual successor, as like a collection of games that were present in Super Mario 3D World. Nothing is really gonna come up close to Super Mario 3D World. Like, that is like a real lightning strike of a game. It's like, the game is just so good and so perfect that like really trying to recapture that
Yeah.
is
Did I
really
tell you about,
really hard to do. That makes me
when my
really
friend
worried
visited.
for the next Mario game. Go on.
Yeah. Did I tell you what happened when my friend visited? I think the last month.
No.
He came over to my place and we played The Forest for a little while, which is a good game.
Yeah.
It's a little bare bones at the moment, but it's a good game. And so he was like, I'm done with that game. What should we do now? And I go, well, we can play the Wii U. I got Super Mario 3D World. And so we played 3D World for a while. And, it got to the point where he was like, we were like laughing for an hour or so. And then, he goes back to Japan, sends me a picture, 3 days after he gets back, and it's a brand new Wii U console set up. He's like, you did this to me. And I'm like, another one!
Yes! Another one!
Add that to the list.
Add that to the list. I'm so glad that that's part of our legacy. We sold so many Wii U consoles to people, and I'm so happy about that. So happy about that.
It was, in fact, pretty great. Alright, you ready for mine?
Alright, let's hear it.
I'm gonna put number 5 as...
So this is number 9.
Technically number 9, yes.
Number 9.
Technically number 9. Number 9. I'm gonna say Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Wow, alright.
Yeah.
Sure.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was really, like it shows its hand a little too early, but I really like the atmosphere it builds up every time there's, like, something happens, and then the characters are great in my eyes. I think it's just, for a free game, it's really good.
Yeah.
It managed to keep me entertained through 1,000 fucking rooms, so.
It does get a little samey as well.
It does get a little samey, yeah, but I can look past that.
Sure. Yeah. I'd go with that. Yeah, definitely.
All right, yours.
My number 4 game is Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
Wow. Well, she's Vile's Woolly Wow.
Wow. Have you
Wow.
played that game?
No, I bought it for my nephew though for Christmas. But no, I did get another gift from them. I just got it later, and that's why I didn't say anything. I forgot about it. It was a $20 gift card to McDonald's.
Nice.
Yes, the day after I told everyone, yes, I need to stop eating McDonald's
Oh
because
no, God!
I am a fat man that needs to stop eating the fats.
We all need to stop eating at McDonald's, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, number 4, Yoshi's Woolly World. Yoshi's Woolly World is probably the best 2D platformer I played all year.
Nice.
And maybe the only 2D platformer that came out. I'm sure there are probably a few others. But Yoshi's Woolly World.
All right.
It was a great little game. It was probably the best spiritual successor to Yoshi's Story that we could have ever asked for. And after, like, God knows how many attempts at just getting back to the core of what made Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island so good, they finally did it with Yoshi's Woolly World.
Finally did it.
It's a great little game. If you've been soured by the past efforts at bringing back the Yoshi glory that Nintendo have made a few missteps on, pick up Yoshi's Woolly World. It's a great little game.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so number 7 is this?
I guess, yeah.
All right, number 7 for me is going to be Mortal Kombat 10.
Okay.
I am a big fan of the punchy fighting games. I'm not good at them by any stretch of the means, but man, do I love me some fucking fighting games, especially ones that I'll be honest, the PC version launched to some very big problems, but they fixed them to what I know.
Yeah.
I think they might have 1 or 2 bugs left over, but when it worked, it was fucking great. And I mean, I'm one of those people that I love gratuitous violence. I love it.
Yeah.
And so, seeing a man's guts get ripped out through his mouth from like a telekinetic being is pretty goddamn awesome.
Alright, sure.
I will say that I'm not too excited about how they're having a second season pass. That is a little, descends, floats into the void and goes, fuck.
There he goes.
Alright. Next.
Next on the list. So this would be number 6, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Splatoon.
Oh, Splatoon is a good game.
Splatoon is a good game that everyone loves. So of course, it couldn't not be on the list. I mean, a lot of different people have said that have already said this, but like it's Nintendo's first shot at making like a real shooting game, and not only have they succeeded at it and then some, like they've managed to make one that's like non-violent, child-friendly, and just really intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's constant free updates with more stuff and balances and maps and a load of really good stuff. And like just the game at the core is just really charming. It's the characters are really like you just love them. They're lovable characters. The single player is awesome, and the multiplayer is always a good time, whether or not you win or lose.
I want Callie and Marie amiibo figures.
Same though.
Because they are adorable.
I already have the Inkling girl, and
I have all 3 of the amiibo figures for that game.
Yeah. I decided I only really needed the Inkling girl. Really.
Trust me when I say the best amiibo, like the one within like the amiibo one.
Yeah.
Like the one that unlocks the best stuff is the squid. Is the squid.
Yeah.
But I like the Inkling boy.
The Inkling boy is pretty cool too.
Yeah, but then again, I mean,
and also Splatoon gave us the amazing hot phrase of the year. You're a kid
Stay
now.
fresh.
You're a squid now.
You're a kid now. You're a squid now.
You're a kid. You're a squid. You're a kid.
You're a kid. You're a squid. Don't let it get to your head.
Kid. Squid. What a great game Splatoon is.
What a great game.
We need to play it together again.
Alright. I mean, I'm not that big a fan of Splatoon.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll play it. I'm not, as they say, a monster. At least they can't prove it.
I like the silence then, like, they can't fucking prove it. Splatoon is a good game that I enjoy, so there you go. There you go.
There we go.
Vile.
Mm-hmm.
What is this, 5? Is this 5?
Yes.
Yes. Vile.
My next one is gonna be Layers of Fear, which is a painter trying to complete his magnum opus.
Oh, that game.
Yes, and it is very atmospheric. It uses the engine pretty well, Unreal 4. And it tackles one of my favorite things, which is old paintings that look fucking creepy. And, like, I streamed it, and that entire game is my aesthetic, pretty much. And so, I have to pick that game. It's not completed yet, but from what I played of it, it was really good. It kept my attention the entire time. There wasn't any moments where I was like, gee, I wish this game wasn't like Amnesia, but slower. Because it's basically just Amnesia without monsters, and more a creepy instead of scary vibe.
Alright, yeah, sure.
And so, I mean, if you're watching it being streamed, I mean, you can't really get the creepy vibe off of a stream unless you're like...
So you need to play it, really?
Yeah, you need to play it to get the full experience, I'd say. It's kind of like... what was the other game that was like that? I don't know, I can't think of it. But
Gone Home?
But Gone Home... I didn't really like Gone Home, though.
Well,
my problem with Gone Home...
It did have a slightly spooky atmosphere.
I don't think it did.
At parts.
I thought it was more... like... This house is super fucking empty. Why can't I just, like, do shit in this house? Because it's empty. Like, throw a brick through a window.
I mean, you can throw stuff out the windows, but it's not going to accomplish
I want to brick the window!
It's not going to accomplish anything.
I don't know, I'm just not a fan of Gone Home.
Alright, sure. I'm looking forward to that company's next game. It's going to be good.
But, Tacoma.
Yeah, Tacoma.
Anyway... I do defend its right to exist, and that its status as a video game.
Yes. It is a video game.
It is an interactive experience, therefore it is a video game.
Yes.
So go ahead, Dex, next. Number 4.
Number 4. Majora's Mask 3D.
That is a good game.
It is an excellent game. Now, like, you probably like, but it's just a remake, and it's like, yeah, but it's a remake of one of the best games made ever, so, yeah. No, like, it's probably the most interesting Zelda game made ever, because of just how strange and weird and different that it is from every other Zelda game. The atmosphere,
I definitely agree.
The atmosphere in the game is a great one.
It's oppressive.
It's very oppressive. Despite like how colorful the game is, it's still quite a dark game. And the 3D version, all the updated graphics and everything aside, they made like a load of like really, really tiny improvements to the game, which first-time players are not going to notice, but people who've played it through a few times will notice.
Will notice it.
Like, there's a guy that you've got to try and find who's invisible, and they moved him to a place that makes so much more sense. It's like, before he was just in like this random place, and you have to like find him by accident, but then in the 3D version, they moved him to a place where a bunch of like other characters that look exactly like him are walking around, so it makes sense. And there's that, and there's also, they made a very slight change to the Snowhead Temple. On one of the floors, there used to be like a hole in the ground that you could fall into really easily, and you would fall into like a bunch of lava, and then you would be down a bunch of levels, and they took the hole out because it was pointless.
Just a pointless
pointless fucking hole, and they just filled it in. Like, no, fuck it. So that was really nice for them to have changed that. And on top of that, the graphical changes are astounding. That game looks great on the 3DS. And it controls a little bit better as well. Which is a much needed improvement to that game because it is old. It's an old game now. And also they added fishing.
Yeah.
Which automatically makes it even better because any game that has fishing in it is a great game.
I can concur.
Unless it's a really bad game about fishing.
Actually, no. No?
Are you gonna talk to me about Sonic Adventure DX? Cause
yes, I am. It took me a second to go. Wait,
Froggy.
Hold on. Fucking. God damn.
That game. That is a bad section of a bad game.
I actually really enjoy Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure is alright, but that's
bad.
That's bad. Big the Cat is a good character, but that is a bad section of the game.
I don't agree with him being a good character, but
he's an alright character.
Okay, fine.
In comparison with like all the other really annoying Sonic side characters, he's maybe one of the least annoying.
Alright, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Because you know what? I am an understanding guy. Anyway, are you ready for number 3?
I am, I'm ready.
Number 3 is Resident Evil Remake HD Collection.
Nice.
Edition.
Nice.
Deluxe.
Yeah.
I love me Resident Evil. The first one, especially. I've beaten it so many times that I know the game inside and out and exactly where to go and what to do. They did make a couple of bug fixes.
Yeah.
That they didn't have in the GameCube version. So like in the GameCube version, if you played as Jill Valentine, you get a grenade launcher. That is very powerful, but there's not much ammo for it. And in the GameCube version, you could do a bug that let you duplicate it to like 99 rounds, and so you could just cheese all the way through the game.
Yeah.
They took that out, which I did try it, and I was like, no! Damn it!
You could just hear the developers going, not this time, fucker boy.
There are also mods for it. Like,
nice.
I think I saw a mod that replaces the basement with the HD, not the HD, the deluxe edition where it's the fucking trumpet.
Oh my god, the director's cut.
Exactly, that's the one. The director's cut with the trumpet that's like...
That is...
Yeah.
That is an essential mod that everyone who has that game, they must download and install that mod right this instant.
If you don't, Steam will take it out of your library, and you will not get a refund.
That is... This isn't up for debate. You gotta do it.
You just gotta do it.
It's just, you gotta do it.
Gabe Newell taketh, and Gabe Newell giveth. He's gonna give everyone your private information.
Anyway. And taketh your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 2, Dex. Hit me up. What's your number 1?
My number 1 game for 2015, the year of our Lord, 2015. Vile. Stop that.
It's a drum roll.
Yeah, stop it. It's annoying. I'm trying to concentrate on the words I'm going to say.
Okay.
Vile, there have been a lot of games that came out this year. We've had our Call of Duties. We've had our Halos, and I think there have been a couple Mario games.
I know what it is already. I just remembered, like, I was like, what could this be? What's Dex's number 1? And then I was like, oh. I know. I know exactly
We've had our Halos, our Call of Duties, our FIFAs, our John Madden sport game, probably a golf game, Star Wars Battlefront, Just Cause 3, the sequel to Tomb Raider. There have been so many games that have come out this year, but there's only one game that has made me feel real empathy for characters. A game that actually, like, I've had to, like, take a break from it because I felt really, really sad. And it's got, like, probably the best soundtrack of any game that's existed. Period. Possibly. I don't know. The music in that game it's incredible. The game made me feel such a wealth and breadth of emotions that I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the 2015 indie gaming PC hit of the year, made by one guy, Undertale.
There you go. Undertale is a very good game.
Undertale is an incredible game. And I know some people, some people's experiences or lack thereof have kind of been soured by a slightly over-enthusiastic fandom. But at the same time, I kind of get it because the game does...
It's the brony fandom all over again,
The game does a good job of really endearing the characters to you, so I understand. It is a little bit kind of like the brony fandom all over again. I don't really get involved. To be honest, I keep my distance, and I hold the game just on its own as its own little bubble that I really enjoy, and I kind of push everything else out of the way, and I'm like, just keep that shit away from me. Thank you.
Look, buddy, I'm competing for someone's affections. Who wants to fuck a skeleton? Okay, so
I know your struggle. I know your plight.
My battle.
And I am sorry that you have to compete with the laziest skeleton that ever existed who talks in Comic Sans.
Yep. This is my life now. Undertale's a great game.
Undertale is a fantastic game. It is absolutely. It's one of the only games that's made me feel happy and then sad and then like apathetic and then laughed about it and then like there's just so much going on in that game.
It's like I'm playing Fallout 4. I don't feel anything. I'm playing DayZ. I don't feel anything. But when I'm playing Undertale,
I feel everything. And it really is like the game literally goes to the point where it makes you believe that the game is like a real world, and that if you try to play it again, you will be like, you'll be ruining everything. And why would you do that? You went through all that trouble.
Yeah. I haven't played it again. I've been wanting to play it again, but I refuse to.
Yeah.
And you know why. If anyone else has beaten it, you will know why.
You'll know why. Go on.
And so, like, I'll open it up and go, time to play some more Undertale, and then I'll see, like, the little thing and go,
Never mind.
Everything is as it should be.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people who've done only one playthrough and never intend to touch the game again. And I think that's just a testament to, like, how good the game really is. They are, like, willing to put this game that they've really, really, really enjoyed to one side and never play it again because they care about the characters and the world so much that they really just want the characters that don't exist to be happy.
Yeah.
So, really, a game that can do that, it's gotta be my number one. It's gotta be my number one. Because it's
right.
like the first game ever where it's been like, hey, there are consequences, and that shit really matters. So
you still need to play The Walking Dead.
I do, yes. And I think
I'm going to make you stream it.
Yeah, I think my appreciation of how well that game deals with consequences and stuff like that has made me kind of want to play The Walking Dead a little bit more. So I will.
How did you feel at the end of episode 1 of The Walking Dead?
Bad? Not good.
Yeah. You're in for some fun, buddy.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yep.
All right, Vile. Let's hear your number one game of 2015.
I want to reiterate that you could have just played it in 2015. Doesn't have to be released.
Okie dokie.
For this one, I had to specifically make that rule because it is such a good game.
All right.
Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil 4, made his own company.
Mm-hmm.
It was picked up by Bethesda.
Right.
And the game they made is my number one pick, The Evil Within.
Okay, sure.
I fucking love The Evil Within.
Mm.
It's Resident Evil 4, but with a more like out there focus. Like somehow even more, instead of like the zombie and like a plague directive thing, it's more like it focuses more on a Silent Hill-esque kind of way of doing things.
Yeah.
And it's just great.
Mm.
And it's combining like Resident Evil 4 and Silent Hill and making something new and fucking amazing with it, and I love it so much. I will probably LP it at some point.
Mm.
I need to get a better graphics card for my computer before I do that, though.
Okay, sure.
But other than that, that's our top 10 games of the year. And now, we move forward to the main event. The most disappointing games of the year.
Or did we say like most disappointing?
We both get one.
The one most disappointing game that we both played.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Sure.
And so I'm just gonna put spotlights fucking pointing at the screen. Let's part the red curtains and show my most disappointing game of the year. It's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Would you like to tell the nice people at home why Metal Gear Solid 5 is your most disappointing game of 2015?
Because it is the most fucking ridiculously gameplay padded out bullshit I've played in so long. It's fun. It's a fun game. But nothing fucking matters. Nothing you do fucking matters. And it's so built on building your mother base, which is cool. Some people like that. I understand. But the mother base doesn't fucking matter. Nothing fucking matters. It's a lesson, and you go, oh, okay, I'm building up all this stuff for my base. This is so fun. I love it. And then you sit there after, like, how many hours do I have in the game? I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna look right now. For Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, I have 26 hours in the game.
Yeah.
Which is a sizable part of the game.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I went, nothing I've done has made any fucking difference. The twist they put at the end of the story was alright. What? Well, I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4 was kind of the same way, but I mean... I did like the companion system, and I did fucking love D-Dog. The only reason it wasn't on my list was because of the game. I would put just D-Dog on the best game. Just sitting in Mother Base petting D-Dog is...
So, I mean, The dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
They paid me in chicken nuggets. God bless Big Boss. Anyway, in Metal Gear Solid Online, is probably not fucking coming to PC.
I hope it does, because I really want to play it.
I hope it does too. And if it doesn't, I'm going to get a refund on this fucking game, because god damn it, that's the only reason I want.
That?
I better. It's because it's an advertised thing they had at the time of purchase.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, sure.
And if they announce that, hey, this a huge game mode, like an actual multiplayer, isn't going to be in the game, I'm gonna fight for it. So
sure, I really do want to play Metal Gear Online with you. Obviously,
yeah,
we gotta play. I really want to play that game, Metal Gear Online, together. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But there you go, inside sneak peek at a video that's probably going to happen. If Metal Gear Online for PC happens, we'll play Metal Gear Online together and probably make a video on it.
Yes. Dex, what's your most disappointing game of the
My
year?
most disappointing game of the 2015 is Saints Row Get Out of Hell.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was it's not really an expansion, but it kind of is.
Like a standalone.
It's like a standalone game that sort of follows on from Saints Row 4. Yeah, I really liked Saints Row 4. I really liked just getting around in the game, just traversing the world. All the characters were great, and I just love how they were just like, how do we one up Saints Row 3? You get superpowers. And you're the president. Man, it's just great. Just awesome. It's gonna be a tough one to follow up. And Get Out of Hell is not the way to do it. No. It was very short, for one thing. For another, it felt very shallow. The map is tiny. There wasn't a lot to do. The missions weren't great. The only good part of it was there was a random musical number at one point in the game. That was good. That was funny. Aside from that, it's really, really disappointing. Really,
mediocre.
Really felt like it should have just been a DLC for the main game. I would have probably enjoyed it more then.
Yeah.
But you had this game about this character, Johnny Gat, who is kind of established as being this really interesting character, and they made a game about him, and it just didn't. It was just there. They really felt like they didn't do anything with Johnny Gat. He was just there. You just got to play as him, and that was kind of it.
Nice.
So, yeah. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, Saints Row. I do want to tack on this little thing.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of my best games of 2015.
Yeah.
Eyes of Heaven, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, would be on there for me, but as it is not released in America and I have not played it yet, it is not on there, but I know.
How can you know it's going to be...
Because I know! Okay?
Alright, sure. I mean, it might.
Okay.
You might play it and be like, actually, it's not that great.
Look. That's what people said about All-Star Battle.
Yeah.
And look where that is.
When was the last time you played All-Star Battle?
Last week.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sure.
I love me some All-Star Battle, my friendo. That shit hits me right in the veins. Anyway, what's next on the list?
Next on the list, it is the end of the year, so it's time for the VNDLP year in review.
We did some stuff next.
We did some shit. And some things.
We're running out of time. We need to keep going.
We did some... Oh, is that it? Is that... We did some things next.
Yes! That was the joke I had planned from the very beginning.
Wow. You don't want to talk about the Nuts and Bolts LP or the reaction that got or any of the other stuff that happened?
I mean... It was great. The end. Next up is our New Year's resolution.
Oh my god, you really are gonna do that.
It was a joke, now I have to stick with it. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So let's talk about our year.
Okay.
So, 2015 started, I believe, with... Yeah, it basically started with the beginning of the Nuts and Bolts LP. Because we started that at the end of 2014. Started it in November. Late November in 2014. And it carried on and on and on and on,
And on.
into 2015.
And I still can't believe that I'm still having to deal with, am I the only one that really likes this game?
Yeah.
Comments on the fucking channel.
So...
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Look at the other comments! Look at the other comments! Like
Scroll down a little!
Every other comment on that fucking video is... Am I the only one here that likes this game? I think I might be. It's like, no, look at the fucking comments. Look at the other comments.
Scroll.
There are like
take
10
your
other
finger.
comments that say, am I the only one? No, you're not.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. Anyway. That LP was bigger, definitely bigger than I ever anticipated it being, because we did a back and forth about whether or not we were going to do it in the first place, because we kind of had this conversation where we're like, alright, we did Kazooie, we did Tooie, shouldn't we, Nuts and Bolts? And the conversation kind of went with me going like, well, it would be a lot of work. There's a lot to the game, and it would probably take a long time. And at that point, I hadn't played the game since probably 2009. So, and this conversation happened mid-2014. So it'd been a long time. So we had the conversation, and then I went, okay, I'll just go, and I had played it since 2009, but it was still a while ago. Anyway, I went and played it again, and I played the intro, and I played the first act of Nutty Acres, and was like, this is probably doable. You do the acts, you do the mission, you get the jiggy, you put them in, you go to the next thing, rinse and repeat. So I was like, it's probably doable. So I went and said to Vile, what do you think? And it was like, if you want to do it, sure. And that's how it got going. But like we almost like didn't do it, is the thing. And it's just, it took off. It took off in a way that I never in a million years would have expected. And the thing is, people are still watching it. Like,
They are.
It's been done. I mean, we added the DLC episodes recently, but like, it's been finished since May. And people are still watching it. Like, Episode 1 is now sitting at something like 14k views.
Let's find out.
That fact alone is like, what?
Mm-hmm.
If you YouTube search Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's on page 1, like, underneath that one video that JonTron made.
Oh, sure, you're right. It's 15,000 views.
It's gone up by 10k views last time I looked at it, which was, like, the other week. And I think there are a few factors to this. I think the thumbnail's really helping it. Because I specifically picked... probably people noticed, but I specifically picked the most ridiculous image that I could use for the thumbnail every single time. And that still image with Banjo and, like, all his teeth at the beginning of the game, it was like, I can't not use that for the thumbnail. But then also, someone pointed out, you know, the reason it's probably getting all these views is Rare Replay just came out, and it's one of the games on there, so maybe people want to know whether or not to play that game.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me.
That makes sense. But also, I mean, it's maybe not the best LP to watch if you're trying to decide whether or not to play the game.
Because it really is a... The LP, if you watch it from beginning to end, like in one session, it's us going, you know, we don't really like this game, but we're going to give it a fair shake. We're going to try and do what we can in this game. And
That's
really,
episode 1, yeah.
That's episode 1. And then episode 2 is just like, Jesus Christ.
It doesn't get that, it does not that quick. It's by about episode 5. We're like, it's getting a bit samey.
We're really getting... We've done this same challenge 8 times. Let's fucking do something new, game. Let's do something new. Throw us something new. And then episode 12 is just like the end of Dazzling Adder's fucking Donkey Kong 64 LP, where we're just so fucking done.
Except it gets worse, because episode 12, at that point, we have... we're not even done.
Yeah, we're not...
There are like 4 more episodes after that.
And then the DLC.
And then,
my
and
god,
then the DLC,
DLC
episodes 17 and 18.
Which the DLC is the ultimate fuck you.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It is seriously just some extra challenges, but the difficulty.
Oh my god. Like, it's literally like they pulled every single bullshit thing that they did in that main game and just crammed it all into one area, and it is just the worst. Just the worst.
It is
just
pretty
the
fucking
absolute
awful.
worst. So yeah, like, and I mean, me and Valve kind of had this conversation of it kind of sucks that now we're not really, we're no longer really known as the happy-go-lucky guys that really liked Mario 3D World and sold all those Wii U consoles. We're now the grumpy curmudgeons that don't like nuts and bolts. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. But then again, I think it was an important LP for me to do personally. Honestly.
Yeah. I actually monitor social media as part of the director of communications, as I call it.
Yeah, sure. That's a made-up title you just gave yourself.
Exactly, but anyway,
it's fine.
I do monitor social media, and I see what people are saying about it. And there's a lot of people going, this is great, I love it, it's giving the real shit talking this game deserves. And then there's just like people going, well, time to add VNDLP to another list of fuckboys and shit like that. Like, we're making you feel things, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't win them all.
You can't win them all, and like I kind of explained on one of the previous podcasts, like part of the reason that we went all the way through with it was because people had started watching it, and it was getting a lot of views, and people were expecting, you know, more episodes and expecting to see the conclusion, because it had previously been LP'd on something awful. And it wasn't finished due to, I think, just personal complications with the person's life. And the ending of the game was never shown to the masses. So I think people were really... It seemed like we picked up a lot more steam much more quickly than that guy, so I think people were really excited to see the conclusion, which is understandable.
What was great is at the very beginning of the thread, people were like, "Oh man, nuts and bolts! I can't wait! I fucking love this game!
Can't wait to see how this ends." Is what one of the first posts.
And then it was edited to go back. I don't see why, if you don't like the game, why I should like watching you play the game. People getting extremely upset that we're shit talking at the game, and I was like, God damn.
But the other thing is, so I said just before, I think it was an important LP for me to do, because, like, the thing is, and you've probably noticed this, but I really, really care about Banjo-Kazooie, like, probably to an unhealthy degree, and I will admit that. But, and I think the thing is that, like, you know, I just feel like, Nuts and Bolts, it isn't an accurate portrayal of the spirit of the first two games. And like I really care about the way those first two games, the way those two games like set themselves up, and the characters and the humor, and it just feels like it just didn't carry over into Nuts and Bolts. And a lot of people call it the third Banjo-Kazooie game, and I refuse. I'm like, it doesn't count, and it's not a Banjo game. And
Look, shakes violently. This is a fucking Banjo.
Yeah. And you know, that's the thing, is like, I really care about Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, because those games are important to me, and I feel slightly like that game does a disservice to those two games. And I didn't really feel that at the beginning of the LP, but as it went on, that feeling developed, and it had been a kind of feeling that I'd had about it when I first played it through, but I guess I kind of just forgot about like how badly it makes the first two games look. And, you know, I don't like that. I don't like that it makes the first two games look bad, because those first two games are great. They're amazing. They are great 3D platformers, maybe two of the best 3D platformers to have ever existed, in my opinion anyway. But that's the thing, is that I care about the games, and I think that in today's day and age, it's important to show that you really care about stuff, because it's very easy to sit back and be like, I don't care about anything, nothing affects me. And I think it was important for me to show, like, actually, you know what, I really do care about this thing, this specific thing. I really care about it, and I hold it very, very near and dear to myself. And it's probably not the best way of showing it, and it probably makes me look very, very close-minded. But that is essentially why, at the end of the day, I wanted to finish it, because I wanted my last word on it, damn it!
Alright. Well, you got your last word, fuckboy.
I got my last word. And the last word is, that game's alright, really. Really, if you want to play Nuts and Bolts, go hog wild. It's a solid vehicle builder, but like the thing is, just
who gives a fuck?
Don't hate yourself and try to 100% it, because you will develop a distaste for the game. That is just a fact.
Just a fact. It's just facts.
Yeah.
And after we did the Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play, we started on
Captain Toad, which we have finished. We have finished. We
said we were going to do the bonus.
We were going to do the bonus stuff, yeah.
But we both decided that it's done. Just move on.
Yeah. Really, what's left in that game? Whatever's left of Captain Toad, I just really didn't feel like it really needed to be showed. I really felt like the bonus leg of the game is maybe probably the weakest part of the game. So
Yeah.
it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Which
Like 11 years of Halo.
Like 11 years of Halo!
Oh my god, so much Halo.
Which is also taking off.
Yes, it is, and I'm glad about that. We're at episode 3 coming up?
3 is coming up, yeah.
Coming up, yes. And people are liking it, and I'm like, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good because we like the game. The people who are watching us like the game. It's a happy medium of things.
It's a happy medium, for once.
For once. Everyone's happy and no one's upset.
I can't wait for you to show off the multiplayer video. I really can't.
I haven't, you know what? After this, I'm going to upload my finished cut of that. And, I'll show it to you.
Yes. I can't wait. Alright. Anyway, that was 2015.
2015 for us. It was a really good year. We made some new friends. And we've got a lot more subscribers. And it's given us the strength to move forward.
So thank you for sticking in with us.
Absolutely.
What's your... And then final, just to wrap it up, Dex, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution? I guess it kind of ties into what I was talking about earlier, is my New Year's resolution is just to be more genuine about stuff.
Okay. Alright.
It's become like a really bad habit of a lot of people, is to say things like, I like this ironically, and I'm going to stop doing that. Either I like something or I don't. There's no need to bring irony into it. It just isn't necessary. If you like something, you shouldn't be ashamed. And I realize there are points where, you know,
where you should be very fucking
there are
ashamed.
things that you maybe should be ashamed of. But what I'm talking about is like
I genuinely like Naruto.
Exactly, that kind of thing. Like, not like I watched this show ironically. It's like, don't do that. Just say, I like the show. Other people don't like it, but I like it.
Yeah.
There's no need to bring irony into it. So like that is my New Year's resolution, is to be more genuine with that kind of thing. And also to just in general try to be more genuine in myself. Which I think has already started happening. But
yeah, all right. It's a good resolution.
What's your resolution, Vile?
I'm actually gonna do a resolution that I can actually do this year.
Okay.
Every year it's something like, I'm gonna do something with my...
the Liberty statue. Statue of Liberty. I'm gonna rob a bank.
I'm gonna rob a bank in real life. No, this year, I am going to. I fucking hate this, but I'm by saying this, I have to do it,
right.
and so I'm like sitting here like,
come on, man.
The amount of effort it will take. I'm going to level 5 characters in World of Warcraft to max level.
Why?
Before the end of the year.
Why?
Because I hate myself and I have nothing better to do with my free time.
I mean, sure. Not like, I don't know, go to the gym more, or...
Nope, 5 characters to level 100. Just in time for the new expansion coming out next year.
Donate more to charity.
I already donate a crap ton to charity.
Be nice to the people, I don't know.
I donate a very, a substantial amount of my check to a charity that helps children with disabilities, like OCD, autism, stuff like that, get support in school districts.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
That is my charity of choice.
I can definitely get behind that.
Yes.
I cannot say that is a bad thing, because that is a thing that needs support. So.
Mm-hmm. But yes.
5 characters in WoW. Okay, sure.
I'm sick of doing a New Year's resolution like, I've gotta eat less fast food. And then I just start shoveling shit in my fucking mouth like a goddamn animal. I'm gonna do something I can do. I'm gonna follow my dreams, and I'm going to do something I know I can, for a fact, complete. So I'm gonna level 5 characters in World of Warcraft to level 100.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Welcome to the summer.
Are you ready for the summer?
Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the sunshine? Are you ready for the sleepless nights? And the bullshit fights. And a whole lot of crying in place. Anyway, I would say that is episode 7.
Yeah.
In the bag, friendos.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in next week, where we talk about what we did on our New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4's disgusting new companion DLC.
Yeah.
How Super Mario Party 10 is probably the worst Mario Party out of all of them.
Uh-huh.
Are you just, like, on the edge of your seat waiting for me to say some shit, or, like...
No, keep going. It's good. I like this joke. It's good.
And we'll be announcing our next Let's Play, the highly anticipated Roller Coaster Tycoon. Let's Play. Where we name everything after the characters from Miranda Leaks Twisted. I'm pretty sure that's already been done, but we're doing it again.
Also, make sure to tune in next week, where we list every single of the United States in alphabetical order, and also we discuss who our top pick for presidential candidate 2016 is.
Spoilers, mine's Bob Hope.
Nice.
Have a happy new year. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. And remember to always wash your hands before you enter the world of Dong.
We'll see you next week for episode 8.
Yes, episode 8. Hey, Dex.
Yeah.
Do you know why people should be afraid of episode 8?
I have absolutely no idea, Vile. Why should people be afraid of episode 8 of the VNDL podcast, the only video gaming podcast on the internet?
Because I'm going to say so much shit I'm going to get on a watch list.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 7, 8, 9.
No, what? But it's 8. Why would it 7, 8, 9? This is 7. People should be afraid of this one, then.
Shit, everyone get out! Right!